cuties, so you all know that I love me a good themed cafe. After all, I have several videos of me going to them, like the Gundam Cafe, the Alcatraz Cafe, Square Enix Cafe, and of course, the Kamen Rider Cafe. While all of those cafes are super fun and awesome, and you should totally go to them if you get the chance, the best kind of cafe is an animal cafe. I'm sure you've all heard of cat cafes, as they're probably the most prominent animal-themed cafe. I've even been to one several years ago. But now there are even more cafes popping up around Japan. Dogs, goats, reptiles, and the dreaded rabbit cafes. Bunnies. But I got the chance to go to one of the coolest animal-themed cafes, an owl cafe. Unfortunately, it's prohibited to take video inside the cafe. However, pictures, as long as there's no flash, are allowed. The name of the cafe is Fukuro no Mise, which literally translates to Shop of Owls. It's located in Tsukishima in Tokyo, but it's a very small cafe with about 20 owls in varying sizes. And you get to hold them and pet them and put them on your head, but you have to be really careful because you know they're birds and poop. I had a really awesome time. I went there with my friend Ochan, and we even got BFF owls Kinchan and Kenchan. They were so cute, I could have just put them on my jacket and run away! Later I got to hold one of the bigger birds, and boy, are they heavy and do they have a grip. Luckily I didn't bleed or anything, but the pressure from the talons right on the meaty part of your hand under your thumb, that's pretty painful, but luckily I was overwhelmed by the fact that there was an owl sitting on my arm, that any pain didn't register until later. The cost to enter the cafe is 2,000 yen, and it is by reservation only, and reservations cannot be made by phone. You have to go there and knock on the door an hour early to try and get into one of the time slots. In our case, we got there at 2, and the first opening in their time slots was 4, so make sure you have another activity planned in between that time. You can even go an hour earlier before they open and just knock on the door and make an appointment that way. They have a super confusing schedule, so I'm just gonna list all of that information right here. They have English-speaking staff there on Fridays because they will give you the whole spiel about how to properly hold the owls and how to properly pet them, so it's really important that you understand what you need to do so that you don't get your face bit off by an owl. They're done in hour time slots, so make sure when you're in there you use your time wisely by not just dealing with one owl, but looking at all the owls. While the charge is 2,000 yen and that may seem a bit steep, you do also get a drink and a souvenir. I got this really cute owl necklace. To get to the Owl Cafe, you need to take the Yurakucho line to Tsukishima and get out of exit 10, walk across the street, and it's right there on the right. It's kind of hidden though, you have to be careful. You have to look for the owl pictures covering the walls because it's a completely covered shop on the inside. There's a curtain to keep it kind of dark for the owls. So we almost missed it, so just keep your eye open, but it's right there. It's like 2 minutes. I had a fantastic time at Fukuro no Mise, and I hope you all get the opportunity to go as well. I don't know if anything will top my experience at the Owl Cafe, but I hope to go to many more in the future. Just not the bunny one. If you have further questions, leave them in the comments below or on Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter. And before I go, we're going to have a live stream on June 1st, Asia Pacific time at 11 AM Japan time, and that is May 31st everywhere else. Please conjugate your time accordingly. I hope to see you guys all there, and I will see you next time, cuties. Bye! It's the morning. Blah 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 blah. It's been a while since we filmed in my room. What line? I forgot what line. Oh, it's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. We're not